Hello, friends. I'm in an incredibly beautiful spot. Just did an amazing energy pull, and I wanted to come and share this with you guys. Hi, Michelle. Hey, everybody. Hi, Sakshi. So I am on the San Joaquin River in Fresno, California. This is where I grew up. This is where my family lives. I didn't grow up on this river, but kinda. Hi, Wonder Woman. Hi, Anna. I want to just show you. I'm going to walk around, I think. We'll see if I get a good signal, but I just wanted to show you this. There's the river. This is like a little spot of the river. Hi, Claudia. This is like a little islandy kind of thing. This is my parents' backyard. It's pretty phenomenal here. And just was having a really amazing conversation this morning about beauty. And actually a really amazing conversation yesterday about beauty that rocked my world with Dane here. He is one of the co-creators of Access Consciousness, and he's doing a year-long series called Be Different, Stay Weird. Some of you guys are in it, I know. It's a pretty phenomenal program. There's, 600 people or something like that in this program. It's pretty amazing. And we had this call yesterday with him about creation, and so much of what we talk about in Access is about creation and beauty. And really like creating beyond this reality and being willing to be something really different, and being willing to acknowledge that whatever it is that we're asking to have in our lives is actually not about what we need to do to create it, but it is about being it. And we talk about being money and all these different amazing conversations that we have in Access Consciousness, and something clicked for me yesterday about the being of what it is that I'm asking for in a really different way, and I wanted to share it. And this conversation about beauty really struck me, because it's something that I've always valued and loved. I love creating beauty. I love creating beauty with everything that I do. In my environment, with my food and drinks, and in the world, and not just like physical visual beauty, but just the beauty of living. The beauty of contributing to people, the beauty of kindness, the beauty that Sandra, I love you. I just keep changing, which is, how we do what we do around here. But the beauty of living. And I was very, very lucky to grow up with parents who had an appreciation of beauty as well. I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour at some point of this beautiful property, and maybe we'll even go inside. They have an absolutely phenomenal, beautiful home and land, and it's incredible. And I'm so grateful. And it's not just because we all know, something that is supposed to be sort of physically beautiful, but it doesn't have this sense of like gratitude with it, and appreciation and enjoyment and this energy of living, that's not beauty. That's sort of like judgment. It's judgment way more than it is beauty. Beauty is actually like when things sing with living, with the energy of living. And they sing, our bodies and our beings and our lives and everything that we create sings. They can sing with this molecular greatness and this energy of beauty and the appreciation and the acknowledgement and the gratitude and the receiving for what we are and what we've created around us and what exists in our world. To me, that's what beauty is. And when we begin to acknowledge and be present with and be with the beautiful energies that are inside of and underneath everything that we've been asking for, is when they actually begin to flourish and come alive. And that is a lot of what we talked about on this call yesterday with Dane was, and for me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I have always known. This is what I have always known. And I was really lucky to be raised in a family that had some awareness of that too. And for me, it goes like so deep and energetic and wide, and it's like this, like the phenomenons of everything, you know? And it's so easy to get caught up in this reality and to get caught up in this sense of like the, sort of negating all of that. When we are like, well, my life sucks and I have problems and, I blah, 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 blah. All the stories that we do and we tell ourselves, it's really easy to get caught up. We're going to take a little walk now. In the, I don't have money and I feel like shit and my body hurts, or, the judgments basically, my so-and-so is not being nice to me, or my business isn't doing what I want it to, like all the stuff, my family, my kids are a pain in the ass, but then there's like this feather, just laying on the ground. And the beauty of that, and like the bird that this came from, and there's that. And what's more real? What's more real is what we make real. Your point of view creates your reality. Truly. And there has never been a time like now. There's an availability right now of the living of this as a reality, but the world is not going to invite you to it. I mean, I take that back actually, because my world, the world that I live in, invites you to it. But the world around you, your family, your like the people in your life, like they're not going to go, hey, let's just choose to not have problems. Let's start to live the beauty of what's actually available. That's not going to be something that most people in your life yet will invite you to. You have to invite you to that. You have to invite yourself to that. And you have to choose it. I mean, you don't have to, but if you would like to have that as your reality, it's going to be up to you. And you don't, it's a choice. It's actually quite a courageous choice. To go, you know what, I could really dive into my problems right now, but I am going to actually see, instead I'm going to look from a different perspective and a different point of view, and I'm going to see that the things that I decided are problems are actually possibilities. Thank you, Anna. The things that I've decided are problems, are possibilities, because I actually know something. I know that there's something different here. I know that there's something greater here. I know that there's something more here that the rest of the world doesn't know, and the rest of the world is, sort of asleep and believing that, there's only, mediocrity is the only thing that is available to us. But if you recognize that I just want to show you this part of the river here. My phone's getting kind of hot, but it's just so beautiful. We have our American flag. That's the neighbor's flag. It's funny. But the beauty of this place, it's just, and the thing is like, you don't have to, you don't have to have shitloads of money or, be in a beautiful natural place or whatever. This is a choice. It's a choice to go like the feather, oh, wow, look at this rock. Look at this leaf on this tree. Look at how much I am not ever willing to give up, give in, or quit. So it's in what are you actually acknowledging about what is true for you, and the ask that you have in your world for something greater. And what if that didn't mean that you were wrong or fucked up because you can't create it? What if it actually meant that this is like this beautiful little, check it out, this little citrus tree path. Lemons, oranges, limes. But truly, what if it was in the moment-to-moment choice to acknowledge that everything that you desire to have has a beauty inside of it that is you, that is uniquely you. And I wish that you could smell these gardenias. They smell so amazing. So amazing. So, what is the beauty of what you desire? And this is this beautiful little wisteria arbor that I love. In the spring, it's like dripping with purple flowers. So pretty. I want to go inside, but there might be people in there. Let's see what happens. And we do. Yeah, there's like kitchen activities happening. So we'll hang under the wisteria. It is time. It is time for something really different. And not only is it time, but the good news is that it's actually like there are things that are available to us now that have never been. Everything that we've all been asking for is becoming this tsunami of choice and change that hasn't been before, and it's an accumulation of all of our asks and all of our choices and the beauty that we already be and the beauty of what we know. It's an accumulation of that is now creating this like kind of undeniable force of consciousness and the possibility for creating something very, very different. And it is in the play of the beauty and the choice and the power of you, ignoring everything that you've thought is not available, or everything that you thought is wrong with you, everything that you thought is impossible, ignoring that and actually choosing what it is that you know. And, this energy of beauty and this sort of, I like to call it, I've been playing a lot with this molecular greatness, like just the greatness of all of the molecules in our lives that are around, that we be and that the world is. It's like, what if all of it was great and it was really, again, about your point of view and about your choice? And this, to me, is how creation is unfolding now. It's how creation is available to us now. And there's so much joy in that. And for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I've always known. And it's finally becoming available. It's becoming available, and it's also our choice. And it's the choices that we make every single day that make that more of a reality for ourselves and for each other and for the world. And truly, there's no quote-unquote problem that you have that can't actually be erased by the beauty of your choice. You create your reality, your point of view creates your reality. And the more you play with bringing your attention to what is, and the beauty of what is, the beauty of what is available beyond all of the distraction, the more you play with that, the more that actually becomes your world. We are powerful motherfuckers. Our awareness is powerful. Where are you directing it today? Where are you placing it today? Where are you choosing to orient it today? And I dare say, the faster, more dynamically you run in the direction of what's true for you and the beauty of what's true for you, the faster you will actually actualize what it is that you're asking for. So I had a meeting this morning with some amazing beauties, some amazing people. And we are creating together a class in Paris called The Creation of Living. And to me, I was so happy to have this conversation about beauty and the beauty that is underneath and inside of everything that we're asking for, because to me, that is what the creation of living is about. It's about making the dynamic and courageous choice to step in to a completely different possibility and a completely different reality where beauty and choice are the energies that create the world that we would actually like to have. And so often we think, oh, well, just a little bit, slightly better version of this reality would be great, But that's not what's going to change your life, and it's not what's going to change the world. And if that's what you're asking for, it's also not wrong. You can use these tools to create anything, whatever that is. And I think a lot of times people don't even dare to ask for what is available because they don't actually believe that they can have it. But what if it's time to get over that? What if it's time to dare to ask for something so much greater than we've ever been willing to ask for before? And to know that will actually, sometimes we actually are so uninspired by what we're asking for because it's way too small. And we have to start asking for something that is so much bigger, way bigger than we think we can even create. And then you don't have a definition of how that's going to show up. You don't even have a sense of how you could create it because the ask is so quote unquote big, but it actually matches you. It matches the intensity and the potency of you. And then And then you get to create, and then you get to be all these energies and play on this energetic playground, because that's really the only way that anything really gets created. And it is in the choice to jump off the cliff of this reality into the space of a reality beyond. That is what is fun for us. That is where the beauty lives and exists. It is what is joyful for us. And it's actually where creation begins to occur in a way that is true for you. And then what becomes available to you is fucking astounding. This happens to me a lot, where I ask for something so tiny and it's so uninspiring that I don't even feel like fucking doing it. And then I start to ask for things where I'm like, I have no fucking idea how I could create this. And then it begins to show up. It is the energy that begins to show up. To me, this is the energy of the creation of living. It's like, here we are, this is possible. Like, this beauty that I have shown you today, if you're just joining us, there's a river back there. It's possible, and this isn't even like, this is just one expression of beauty that some people have created, It's possible. But what are you asking for? Are you asking to pay your bills? Are you asking to get out of pain? Are you asking to not have people that are mean to you in your life? You could also have phenomenons. You could also have people that you create with that expand your living so dynamically, you don't even know what to do with yourself. You could also have a space and spaces and places and creations and a business and all these things that actually make you sing. And you'll create whatever you'll create, but if you don't ask, and if you're not willing to take the leap and jump and choose the beauty that you actually desire, nobody else is going to create that for you. So to me, the creation of living is actually a conversation and an experience and a life-changing 3 days that is about this. It's for the courageous, people who are willing to actually go, you know what? Yeah, I'm taking a leap into creating my life as more phenomenal than I've ever been willing to before. I'm taking a leap. I don't know how. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what to do, but it doesn't matter. How is irrelevant. Let's see if we can go inside now. And that's what we're going to be doing in Paris. Let me just show you this yellowness. That's what we're going to be doing in Paris. Is getting real and true and getting clear for you on what your asks actually are. Really, if there was no limitation to what you could receive, what would you actually ask for? This is my parents' office, and here's the view. You probably can't even see it because it's pretty backlit, but there's a river out there. So they sit here at their desks and they look at the river. Where would you like to be creating your life and business? What would you like to be doing? What is something that you have decided is impossible, that you've decided you can't possibly create, and so you haven't even dared to ask for it? And guess what? Whatever you've decided about anything is actually correct. Whatever you've decided about your life and what's available and what isn't available is correct. Because your point of view creates your reality and your life and your living. So, what leap of choice and ask and receive could you take today that would change everything? What leap could you take? And if joining us in Paris in a couple weeks is part of that, we would absolutely love to have you. We are going to be living dynamically. We have a beautiful apartment on the Champs-Élysées for the class. We have beautiful food and drinks. We have body work. We have movement. We're going to be playing with our bodies. We're going to be playing in Paris, in the city itself, and having adventures and really getting clear on what is it that you desire truly, and what beauty is your request for you and the world, and what would it be like? What would it be like if that was what you chose? And what does your body know about the creation of it? And what do your being know about the creation of it? And what beauty is available in the universe to contribute to you? Stephanie would love to be part of it. We'd love to have you. Truly, what are you willing to choose? And when you choose, the entirety of the universe shows up to contribute to what it is that you've chosen. Truly. So what have you decided you could never possibly have, you could never receive, that you truly would like to receive, that you have not dared to ask for? And perhaps it is time to begin to ask and to choose something very different. I'm just going to take you on one more little spin. Can you hear the birds? Smell the gardenias. The world desires and requires you. The universe actually desires for you to have what you would like to have. And the world becomes greater when you choose it. You can create anything, my friends. And to me, that's what our time in Paris is going to be about. Daring to have a life that is teeming and alive with the beauty of you and the beauty of living as one of the greatest gifts that you can actually be to the world. So we will be getting together on August 2nd in the evening in Paris, and then all day the 3rd and the 4th. And then on the 5th, we have a VIP day with private sessions with me and a meal together. And you are invited. It's about 2 weeks and 2 days away. Plenty of time to get a flight to Paris or a train or whatever. Maybe you're in Paris already. And let's do this. Let's be this. Let's create this. What would you truly love to have? it's time. So if you'd like to join us or you want more information, there's a page, a really beautiful page. It's heathernichols.com/COL Paris. And this class will also be translated into French and German. Thanks for joining me, everybody. And again, what have you decided that you cannot have, that you would truly, truly love to receive? And perhaps it's time to ask for it, to choose it, and to receive the beauty that is in the world. Thanks, everybody. Mwah.